Nishinta Amarnath. I've been writing novels. I finished my first one. It's called The Horrible Days in Life. I am working on my second novel, and I'm going to get advice from her today so that I can make my novels better. Let's welcome Nishinta Amarnath.
Thank you so much for the opportunity for me to speak with you.
You're welcome. Where did you grow up?
I spent portions of my childhood in Nigeria, Europe and India, and then I moved to England in my late teens.
How many novels have you written so far?
I have written and published 2 non-fiction books already. Now there are these 3 fiction novels that I'm working on. The first novel in this list is Falling Bridges. I'm just getting started on the second novel, 12 Nights. Yeah.
What are those 2 stories about?
The first novel, Falling Bridges, is a mystery story, and it's about how a young woman who is a journalist sets out to solve this mystery in the city of London. The second novel, 12 Nights, is about 2 young people, how they go on to win the Nobel Prize in their chosen fields. They're also in love with each other.
Why did you choose to be a writer?
I enjoy creating a whole new different world, with my own characters, with my own events and situations. But, the characters that I create seek to represent a situation that is actually real, that is happening in the real world.
Did you find writing interesting? If yes, how?
Well, writing is interesting, but it's also a lot of hard work. It takes a lot of patience. I've always loved stories, whether it's listening to a story or reading a story or writing my own. And it also gives me an opportunity to, create good people and bad people, and I fall in love with all my good characters, and I hate the bad characters, so that it becomes that much more real. So that's one aspect of it that's interesting. And the second thing I find interesting is, sometimes I've written lots of stories without knowing where exactly I'm going with it. So I can play around with lots of different outcomes, and that also enriches your perspective and helps you get better as a writer.
Which one of your jobs helped you write some of the novels?
My experiences as a journalist led to my first novel, Falling Bridges, and I interviewed a person, a professional, for a story when I was on assignment as a reporter. That interview gave me the idea for a whole story around which I could write a novel, and that's how Falling Bridges was born.
Okay. I've been making novels, and now that I've got a little bit of advice, I think that more advice will help me in my future. So the one I've finished now is called The Horrible Days in Life, and now the one that I'm working on is called The Lucky Stars. So I just want to get ideas so that it can be more interesting.
I have to tell you, it's extremely encouraging to hear that you're writing. I am inspired to hear that, and I love the titles of your stories.
Okay.
As
a writer, what is your daily schedule?
I have to say that I am a night person. I write late into the night, and I'm also very, very disciplined with my diet. I think that it's really important to have a nutritious and balanced diet if you have to be productive and think clearly. And then I also take long walks whenever I feel like a break, and I've got some of my ideas during those walks.
Okay. What should I do to become a writer?
Read a lot. Lots of different kinds of books in different genres, mystery, thriller, fantasy. You get an understanding of how the same action or the same meaning is represented through different words, and that's one way to improve your vocabulary. It's important to get feedback on your writing. Perhaps you could ask your teachers at school to read it. Try to get published in magazines. You kind of establish a base that, okay, I am starting to write, and this is something that I'm going to do professionally.
What are your other interests other than writing?
I sing, I paint, I play the piano. I try to combine my activities in music and painting with the writing. At some level, it all goes together. And today, I think readers are becoming more interested in, interacting with the characters or visualizing the scenes. That's where my music and painting come in handy. Yeah.
It was a nice time talking with you, and I now my mind's refreshed with lots of ideas to write and make it better.
Thank you so much, Sai, and it's extremely inspiring to see such a young person like you, serious about a career like writing. All the very best.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.